Hey, Terry Cows here from Northeast Healing Arts. I wanted to share with you a testimony that came in from my former student, Jolene from Iowa. Jolene has worked on a couple for several years, and they were planning to take a trip to Italy. They were going to be walking on a lot of cobblestone streets and hard surfaces and just, long days. They were wondering how they were going to hold up their legs and their feet. So Jolene had the brilliant idea. She said, hey, I will teach you my gait reflex technique, and it's going to be a game changer for you guys if you do this. So she gave them the handout. She showed them on their feet where to rub, and then they were able to do it on their own. So several days before they left, they were rubbing their feet faithfully. When they came back, they gave her the report. We weren't sore. Our legs did not hurt. We had energy sustained. We had a great time. And they said they know it was related to what she had taught them, that they were faithfully rubbing those points. So that's good news. And then she also taught them how to reset their biological body clock so that they wouldn't have jet lag. Now that's a great technique if you're going to be traveling across international time zones. According to Chinese medicine, some of you know this, that there's a 2-hour peak period in a 24-hour day where each of our organs is supposedly at their highest level of functioning. Well, there's a technique that if you rub those points that are associated with that organ and with that time frame during that 2-hour peak, and then you do the next 2 hours and the next 2 hours, and whenever you land in the new location, you look at what time it is and you match the organs to that time of day. And if you rub those faithfully over the next several hours, it has a way of resetting your biological clock, so that you don't have to suffer the jet lag. Everybody is getting ready for the tour and all you want to do is go back to bed. Well, this can be a real game changer. So she shared those with her client. And again, they came back and they reported. They said it was amazing. They were able to hit the floor running, go on the tour, and still feel normal and not feel like, oh my goodness, because usually it takes you about 3 days to kind of get back to normal. And so that saved them a lot of time and energy, and they were able to have a good time. One of her other clients had some acid reflux issues. So she did the allergy desensitization process, and that client told her that within 24 hours, her symptoms had completely disappeared. And when she checked it, she did this about 6 months ago. And when she checked in with the woman 6 months later, the woman said, it's still gone. Still haven't had any of the acid reflux. And it was from the time that she did that desensitization that you learn in my SK level 1. I teach you how to do the tapping technique to overcome the allergies. And then one of her other clients was having some issues, some bowel irregularity. So she tested this woman and she found that a couple different foods came up that she was reacting to. The woman was totally surprised. She had no idea that those 2 different foods were draining her energy. So she quit eating those foods. And she said within 1 week, the woman's bowels had regulated and she was having regular movements. She was, in fact, this is a little too much information maybe, but she was having like 3 movements a day consistently around the same time. So that was really helpful for that woman too. Jolene said that learning the SK techniques, combining those in with her massage, she said she still does a little bit of massage, but it's not anything like when she was doing full-time massage and it was so hard on her body. She said she was really grateful that she could come home now and she didn't have to do that big pile of laundry anymore, and that she could actually feel some energy when she was doing these techniques. And she said that she would even rub her own 2 lips in between sessions. She was doing some cross crawl and, sweeping up and down her meridians in between client sessions. She said when she would come home at night, she still had energy herself so that she could enjoy her evening and not just come home and just collapse. Like a lot of us, we used to feel that way when we would do massage all day. We wouldn't want to do it. I know I used to do early on, I did like 5 and 6 in a row. And I felt like I had been working in the fields all day and I didn't have energy to do anything else. But those days are behind me. And for you guys, they can be behind you too. Incorporate more and more of the SK techniques into your sessions and you'll have the results that Jolene and I are both having. So keep doing what you're doing, you guys. The world needs that special touch that only you have. Be healthy, be well, and be balanced.